Are you ready for some great news?
The government has lowered the penalty for mail fraud.
No.
No.
My supervisor gave me the time off I requested.
Oh, well, that is cause for celebration. Tap water all around.
No, you don't understand, Henry. I already took time off to go to Montana, so she could have said no and ruined all my plans.
Plans? The plans to go to Australia to find Simon.
Yes. And now that I know I'll have a job when I get back, Mike and I can leave anytime.
That's great. That's wonderful.
What's the matter?
Look, I know why you're going out to find Simon. You love him, okay? That makes sense. But what does Casmo have to do with this, huh? Why does a man go chasing halfway around the world to help a woman find her husband?
That's easy, Henry. It's because he... No, it's because...
Yeah.
Luke! Honey! Honey, please stop running. Please. Faith! Please, just... Honey, get in the shallow end. Yeah, be very careful. Come on. Good, now swim. Good, you're doing great.
Anyone ever tell you make a good lifeguard?
Mike, hi. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been weeks.
Yeah, it's been a busy summer.
No kidding.
Everything okay with you?
Yes. For the moment. I haven't seen you around here.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly a coincidence. I kind of tracked you down.
Really? What's going on?
Why don't you tell me everything about Simon Fraser?
You always seem to surprise me, Jessica. I never thought I'd see you at my door again.
The only reason I came over here is because you wouldn't return my phone calls.
I got in very late last night and didn't get your messages until then. Please, come in.
Leave it open. I want to know what my daughter was doing in your room last night.
Did Bonnie tell you she was here?
Are you denying it?
No.
Well, then maybe you want to tell me what's going on. 1 minute, you're warning me to keep Bonnie away from you, and the next, you're entertaining her behind closed doors.
Bonnie came here uninvited. She said she was here to ask me to take it easy on you in court because you're still so fragile you might fall apart at any time.
She said that?
Yeah, she could barely get the words out. It was very emotional for her. Or so she'd like me to believe.
I mean, why would she do that? Why would Bonnie come over here and ask you, of all people, for anything?
Why don't you ask her? And while you're at it, find out why she took my toothbrush.
Walker? Hi, it's Bonnie. I was wondering if Marshall's toothbrush is gonna work for the DNA test. Okay, can you call me back when you find out? Okay, thanks. Whoa, hi.
Hey.
You scared me.
Sorry about that. Who was that on the phone?
Dr. Daniels. I was just checking on Sarah's test results.
How is she? Any more fevers?
Not lately, but they'll be back. I mean, that's the thing with this condition of hers. They come and go without any warning.
That must be rough. You let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Oh, Isaac? You can.
Are you still with me, my love?
Oh, sweetheart. You hurt me. I know you hurt me. I miss you so much. Chris, wait. How's your dad?
No change. My mom's in with him. She's been here all night.
That's so sweet. I mean, she's been married to him forever, and she still loves him so much.
They're a great couple. You don't see that every day.
Tell me about it.
Everything okay at your house?
Oh, sure. My mother married a complete lunatic, and we're just one big happy family. I know I shouldn't put him down, Chris, but my mom loves him so much, and I know that should be enough, but it isn't. I have to get out of that house.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Oh. Morning.
Now, how about I cook us a vegetable omelet the size of a pizza? I don't know about you, but I'm starved.
Rick, you should be in bed.
Well, if you join me.
We can't ignore this, not after what happened last night.
No. I'm not ignoring anything. As a matter of fact, I think I figured out that...
Sweetie, you were screaming. We were about to get married, and you started screaming, stop it, to I don't know who. I don't know who you were talking to. And then you passed out on the floor. You were running a fever. Something could be seriously wrong.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Please. Please, get a full workup today.
I don't need one. I had a stress reaction. Yes, it was severe, but it's over now. All the bad stuff is over now.
Hell, I need to talk to you.
Good morning to you, too.
I've been checking up on Jeffree Star, the writer, the medical writer who wants to talk to Rick. Only he's not a medical writer. He writes about murder.
You sure it's the same Jeffree Star?
Yes, it's the same one, and we have to find him. I have to find out why some guy who writes about grisly crimes is looking for my mother's new husband.
Bonnie went to the bathroom to supposedly pull herself together. Then after she left, I realized my toothbrush was gone.
Well, is it possible the maid threw it away?
Well, I've got maids in here twice a day. Anything's possible. But when I asked her about it, she looked as guilty as it gets.
Why would Bonnie want your toothbrush?
I thought you might have an idea.
I have no idea.
Well, would you at least ask her about it?
I could. Or I could just give you a couple of bucks to buy a new one.
Forget about it, okay?
Yeah, I already have. Don't worry, I'll make sure Bonnie doesn't bother you again.
Honey, why are you doing this? I've got one thing to say to you, Bonnie. It's about time.
About time for what?
For you to start asking me to help you with Sarah. I realized that I was a little bit hard-headed when you all were first getting to know each other, but that's the past. So what can I do to help?
Well, I convinced Troy to let me spend an entire day with Sarah, so I want to go on a picnic. Just me, you, and Sarah.
That sounds good. You have a date in mind?
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's kind of a bad day. You know, I have all those meetings.
Well, can't you reschedule?
Well, one of them's with Dave, the wine distributor, and I can't blow him off again.
But, honey, this would be such a great opportunity for you and Sarah to just really get to know each other.
There's no way that you can do it another day?
I doubt it. Troy's been really, really strict on my alone time with Sarah.
I'm sorry, Bonnie, but I'm gonna have to say no. You're gonna have to handle this on your own.
Wait, come on, baby. It's one meeting. It's not like it's gonna kill your reputation. I mean, what would happen if
Look,
you just
I
called?
gave you the reasons, good reasons. Why can't we just leave it at that?
Because Sarah is much more important than some wine distributor. And she needs to be around responsible males. That way she won't have problems with relationships with men when she grows up, you know?
I am a responsible male. That's why I can't leave work in the middle of the week to have a picnic. Maybe you should explain that to Sarah. I'm sure she'll understand a little better than you do.
Look, I know Rick was a little out of it at the wedding.
A little?
Allison, it's your home, okay? You can't let this guy make you feel like you gotta pack up and leave.
Oh, stop right there. I'm not gonna let you or anyone else do this to me again.
Whoa, do what?
Make this my problem and not Rick's.
Look, I know Rick has problems, okay? To tell you the truth, I'm beginning to worry about him myself.
Thank you.
I mean, the way he's been acting, I don't want him in charge of my father's treatment. But it's different for you, Allison, okay? He's part of your family now. You can't just fire him. All right? Maybe you ought to try and find some way to get along with him.
Well, that would be one way to handle it, but I think I have a better one.
What's that?
I could move out of my mom's and get a place with you.
Take a look at these. Star's latest work.
Mothers who bury their children alive. The hitman priest. The sniper next door. These are really nice. Where'd you get these?
I downloaded them off the internet. Star's a tabloid writer. He doesn't write for the New England Journal of Medicine.
Why did he say he did?
I don't know, Hal. He didn't want to talk to Rick about research. Obviously, it was something else.
Maybe I could call one of these papers, find out if he was on assignment.
No. Star doesn't work that way. He generates his own stories and sells them to the highest bidder.
All right, then I'll talk to the man myself.
Well, I figured you'd say that. The only problem is, I can't find him.
Did you check the Lakeview? It's the best-known hotel in town.
Yeah, of course I did. There and a few other places. No one's heard of him.
Well, if he's up to no good, chances are he'd want to be off the beaten path. Maybe he's in some dive on the outskirts of town.
Can you have someone check on it?
I'll get on it right away.
Great.
Oh, by the way, nice bit of police work there, Munson. Maybe you're in the wrong line.
I would love nothing more than to concentrate on our future. But I'm your wife. I've got to take care of you.
You know, I love you for saying that. But I'm not in a life-threatening situation. I had some kind of a migraine syndrome.
Migraine? You never said anything about being in pain.
Well, that's only just part of it. I mean, there's disorientation, even hallucinations. But it's transitory. And in my case, I think the trigger was just excess stress.
Have you ever had migraines before?
No, but the late onset is not unusual, you know that.
I also know that incidents like that can be heart-related.
No. This was a one-time incident due to unusual pressure.
Honey, I know you had a hard day.
A hard day?
But...
A hard day? I ran my car off the road, changed 2 tires in the blazing sun, raced over here to get married, knowing full well that you were probably worried sick and I couldn't even call you to explain. I hit overload, Susan. But that was yesterday. I don't want to dwell on it.
I know, but I need you to tell me that you'll see Ben Harris about getting an MRI.
I don't need one. Now, how am I going to convince you of that?
By giving me test results that say you're okay.
No, wait a minute. Is this how it's going to be? Are you going to keep pounding away at me until you get what you want? Because if it is, we might as well call it quits right now.
Katie's going to look for Simon. I'm going with her, but
Wait. Go back. Katie's going after Simon, and you just said you're going with her?
It's a long story, but it's something she feels she needs to do.
How long are you going to be gone?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
Australia to start. After that, who knows?
What about your job? What about your job at the burn unit? What are you going to do?
The hard part's done. I've signed myself out for a couple weeks, and my foreman can handle the rest.
I hope Katie appreciates this commitment that you have to her.
She's been stuck in this limbo, you know, ever since Simon walked out, and she needs some answers so she can get on with her life.
And that's why you want to know about Simon, so Katie can move on with her life.
Yes.
Okay.
If she finds the guy, she's gonna want to stay with him. But I don't feel right about that until I know he can be trusted.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you everything you want to know about Simon, but first you have to answer me one question.
So,
Are you doing this for Katie or for yourself?
You know, Henry, sometimes I wonder why I stay friends with you.
Oh, only sometimes? Well, now I consider that a major victory.
Why do you have to be so cynical all the time? Mike is not getting anything out of helping me. He's just helping me. He's a friend.
Fine. Kitty, I'm not saying that he's a bad guy. I'm just saying, what's going to happen when you do find Simon?
You mean after I break his neck for running out on me?
Right, no, that goes without saying.
Well, I'm gonna put my arms around him and never let him out of my sight again.
Right. So then Mike turns around and he goes back home with nothing to show for his trip.
He'll know that I'm happy.
Well, that's sweet. That'll work on Mother Teresa, but not for any man worth his boxers.
You think that Mike's thinking of me in a more than friendly way, don't you?
Well, I mean, you know, you're not bad looking for a woman that's perfect in every way.
That's not it. It's not it, Henry. Mike has no desire to be in love right now.
Since when?
Since he broke up with Molly. That relationship was really tough on him. He's not about to just fall into another one, okay?
Vanessa, are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
Then, I may be wrong on this, but Mike might not be the friend that you think he is.
I don't know what color the sky is in your world, Allison, but I'm not moving in with you.
No, I didn't mean live with me like we'd be living together. I just meant like roommates, buddies.
Call it whatever you want. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, fine. There's no reason to get so military about it.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right? If you don't want to stay at your mom's place, then why not ask Emily and Hal if you can move in with them?
My mom will know it's because of Rick, and she really loves him. I don't want to hurt her feelings.
Supervisor was looking for you again.
Better go. See you later.
Can't wait. Hey, Mom.
Hi, darling.
How's he doing?
I haven't told you about this. Walker Daniels told me that we should never leave your father alone with Rick.
He came out and said that?
Yeah.
When?
Yesterday. He said that his contract here with the hospital is terminated. He was leaving and he thought it was my right to know.
Know what?
Well, he thinks that there's a good chance that Rick is the serial killer.
Oh, what about Gordo?
Well, he wasn't that specific. I mean, it was kind of vague, but I don't care. I'm not gonna take chances. I will not put your father in jeopardy.
Mom, neither will I. If that's the case, I don't want Rick anywhere near this room.
You almost sound like you have reasons of your own.
He's a strange man. Okay, there are just too many unanswered questions.
I know. But the trouble is, nobody has any proof that Rick has done anything wrong. And you know something? If we take him off this case again, we're going to be undermining his career.
No, that's true. And if he turns out to be innocent...
Exactly.
I just want to know what he'd do if he were in my shoes.
I'm sorry, Susan.
Don't.
I didn't mean to snap at you.
We've been married all of 10 hours? And you're already suggesting that we just call it quits?
That's not what I want.
But that's what you said. And you were angry when you said it. We've never had a fight before.
I know.
I guess you go right for the knockout.
You were pressuring me for an examination. Unfortunately, with good reason. Susan, look. I just can't bear the thought that there may be something wrong with me. And not now, not when I have everything that I've ever wanted.
Sweetie, if I was pressuring you, it's only because I love you.
I know. All right, look, I'll schedule a workup as soon as I can.
MRI, too.
Yes, an MRI. I'll even bring up a printout so you and I can read it in bed over breakfast together.
Could be sexy.
I hope so.
Let's never have a fight like that again.
I don't ever want to hurt you, Susan. You have to believe that.
I do.
Say, don't you have an early appointment today?
Oh, I do. Actually, I've got to run. Are you sure you're going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I just have a few errands to run, and then I'm just gonna take it easy the rest of the day.
Forget about the errands. They can wait.
Well, all right, I guess they can. You know what? I think I'm just gonna hang out here then and just think about us having breakfast in bed together.
Now, that's what I call a good use of your time. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. All right, Mr. Starr. Now, let's see where you stayed during your little visit here in Oakdale. All right, good. Tie up this one loose end, and all my troubles will be over.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
If I can't stay with your mom, then I'll just have to find someplace else to stay, even if it's staying in a park bench somewhere. But I'm not staying with Dr. Decker the Demented.
What did you just call my husband?
Try this.
I'm sorry. I know how hard you've been working. Just keep us in business.
It's not that I don't want to go. I do want to go. Why don't you understand that?
I do. I do, and we can do this whole picnic thing some other day.
Just give her brother some notice, okay? That's all I'm asking.
I will. You know, Sarah needs a father figure. I can't think of anyone better than you.
Bonnie, I need to talk to you.
I should be getting prepared for my meetings.
Mom, what's the matter? You look a little...
Where is it?
What?
Marshall's toothbrush.
Is this... I don't know, some sort of riddle? How am I supposed to know?
Because you went to his room last night when you told me that you would stay away from him.
Where are you getting all of this?
From an eyewitness who saw you leaving.
Was it Lisa?
Marshall told me himself. He said you went over there to ask him to go easy on me in court.
Well, I was worried about you, Mom. I wanted to do something about it.
No, what you wanted was to get something from Marshall to use for a DNA test. So you grabbed his toothbrush, and I'll bet my law degree that you've already taken it to be analyzed, right? And you're doing this on the sly, so you're going to need someone to help you out. My guess, Dr. Walker Daniels.
It's a toothbrush, Mom. He'll probably forget all about it.
Or he might decide to ask the maid if she threw it away, and when he finds out she didn't, you know what you got then? You got a no-holds-barred attorney from hell bearing down on you looking for answers.
Well, if that happens, Mom, I'll handle it.
No, I don't want you to handle it. I want you to stay away from him. I don't want you to talk to him. I don't want you to see him. I want that man out of my life, Bonnie. And you just dragged him back into it.
You know what gets me is that people are always complaining about how everyone's out for themselves, and when they see someone helping a friend, they never believe it's for real.
So that's why you're going to Australia for a friend.
Yes.
You're not hoping this thing with Katie might turn into more than a friendship? Just a little bit?
Well, when I thought the Colley's baby was mine, and it wasn't, I just... nothing mattered anymore. You know, my head was all over the place. I didn't know what I was going to do next. Katie helped me through that. Okay, this is something I can do for her.
I don't think you answered my question.
Well,
Come on.
I like Katie.
Ah.
Okay, I enjoy being around her, but I'm not looking for romance. Okay, I haven't done real well in that department, so I'm probably going to stay away from that for a little while.
Okay. I'll tell you about Simon Fraser. He loves Katie. He does. There's no doubt about that.
Good. Can he be trusted?
Not entirely.
There are two reasons why a man would traipse all the way to Australia to help a woman find her husband, okay?
Okay.
One would be because he is in love, which you insist is not the case. Now, the other is for money, which is a lot more reliable.
You're not making any sense, Henry. How would Mike make money out of going to Australia?
Because Simon is still a fugitive, all right? Now, Mike might get some money from the government for turning him in.
Oh, come on. Mike is a stand-up guy. He would never double-cross me like that just for a few bucks.
You're right, Katie. He owns 2 pairs of jeans. What more could a person want?
Henry, I'm being serious. You're way off base here.
All right, fine. Okay, right. Maybe it's not about the money, all right? Maybe not. But you have no guarantees that Mike is not going to blow the whistle on Simon.
I don't need one. That's the farthest thing from his mind. I can guarantee it.
Have you discussed it with him?
No, why would I?
To protect the man that you supposedly love? Because if Mike turns out not to be the hero that we think he is, then you may never spend time with Simon again.
Okay, we're checking every hotel in town. If Jeffrey Star's in Oakdale, we're gonna find him.
There were serial murders at the hospital in San Francisco where Rick used to work, right? Okay, well, Jeffrey Star investigates murders. The more sensational, the better. Maybe he was looking into the San Francisco case and found evidence against Rick.
Those are guesses, speculation, Emily, nothing more.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not, hell, but my mother and sister are living with a man who might be a serial murderer? I can't just stand here and do nothing.
Lieutenant, I've got the results of that search.
Oh.
What?
Jeffrey Star checked into a place called the Wagon Wheel Motel yesterday morning. Nobody's seen him since, but he hasn't checked out.
Well, we gotta go there. We gotta find him and find out what he knows.
This is police work, Emily. That means you stay here.
I can help you out. I know what he looks like. Gotcha. Let's go. Come on. Go!
I know you've got one. Now, where did you put it? Oh, you writers are always so prepared, aren't you?
You need to get out more, Henry. What passes for your mind is starting to play tricks on you.
0 to 10, Katie. What are the chances that Mike is doing this for a payday?
0. He would sooner run off and be in the circus.
Well, then, break out the clown makeup, sweetheart, because I have a feeling... Wait a second. There could be another possibility here.
Thank you, Henry. I was starting to give up on you.
Now, Mike knows that Simon broke your heart. So maybe he wants to get Simon put away so that he'll never hurt you again.
I just gave up on you.
No, Katie, listen, Katie, look. Honey, I just don't want you to go into this with your eyes closed.
I'm not. My eyes are wide open. That's the only way I'm gonna find Simon.
No, but you're not thinking this through. Unless you're absolutely sure about what Mike will do when you find Simon. You are running the risk that Simon will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Is that a risk you want to take, sweetheart? I really don't think it is.
I find you here.
Hey, actually, I was just leaving. I'm late for a appointment with my astrologer. Okay? Don't take any chances, okay? You'll never forgive yourself if Simon spends the rest of his life in prison, okay? Let's see here, Mr. Caswell. I am thinking that you are a Leo with a Capricorn rising. Yes, I have a sixth sense about this sort of thing.
Let me guess. Henry said something to upset you.
Pretty good.
Anything I can do to help?
I'm sorry, Mike, but I don't think so.
We do know that Rick is a reputable physician.
Who has been suspected of murder?
But he wasn't convicted.
Right.
On the other hand, we know that your father called out his name the last time he was conscious.
We don't know why, so that doesn't really help us.
I guess not.
Walker Daniels thinks that Rick is the killer. I mean, that has to mean something.
Yes.
I don't know whether to ask Rick to lunch or to try to get him put away for 20 years.
Sorry, but I have to examine Dr. Hughes.
I gotta go finish rounds. Will you be here?
Oh, I'm not gonna leave your father's side. Bye, honey, thanks.
Hey, I thought you had people looking for you.
Well, if there's one thing I learned about this job is that there'll always be another bedpan. But besides that, I have a really good idea about another place to stay.
Huh? What's that?
And your parents.
Allison, come on. My mom's not in any condition to be running a bed and breakfast right now. Look, I'm sorry, okay? That didn't come out the way that I meant it to.
I know what you meant, and that's exactly why I should be there.
And why is that exactly?
Well, your mother's all tied up with your dad, so I can clean up everything. I can do laundry, make beds, anything. Anything your mom needs help with. I mean, this is a perfect win-win situation. So can you talk to your mom, please?
Me? Why me?
Because you know her better. Because that'll give me a better chance, please.
Okay, fine. I'll talk to her, but I'm not gonna make any promises.
Chris, you have to help me with this. As long as Rick Decker's living at my mom's, I'm never gonna feel safe there.
There I am. Headline news.
All right, listen. When we get near Star's room, I want you to stay back.
Why? You gonna kick it in?
Would you like me to?
Oh, yeah, very much.
Well, I wish you told me sooner. I would have worn my kicking in the door shoes.
So what are you saying? One saying you're not gonna do it?
First, I think I'll ask the manager for a key.
And you call yourself a cop. Hang on. I'm really afraid, Hal.
Well, what we've got here is an unknown situation. We don't know what we're gonna find in Star's room. In unknown situations, they're always scary, Emily. Come on.
Lies. All lies. I am a dedicated doctor. My research has saved thousands. And you want to destroy me? Ruin my marriage to a beautiful woman? But I didn't stand for it, did I? I stopped you. Now you write this garbage about me. Destroy this.
What's going on? Where are we going?
From now on, you and I will never be apart.
You think I'm gonna have sex with you?
Make love, Marina. It is love.
Okay.
Ben, Marina, Shane, hot enough for you. Guiding Light on CBS Daytime.
Bonnie, you know what that man did to me. He is unscrupulous, and he knows how to use the law. Do you have any idea what risk you took by going to his room alone?
He's not gonna have me arrested for stealing a toothbrush.
Okay. How about for conducting a DNA test without his knowledge or permission? That's called invasion of privacy, and it carries the sentence. Now, you got off last time with community service. If you get caught breaking the law again, Bonnie, you could go to jail.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I should have I should have never gone to Marshall's room.
Actions speak louder than words, honey.
I will never go near him again. Is that good enough?
And what if it turns out that Marshall is Sarah's father?
Same thing. I'm not going to tell him or her.
No, honey, you see, that's the point. You can't do that. They both have a right to know.
But Marshall is despicable. Mom, I am not going to let him into her life.
Look, Bonnie, I have to go out of town for a few days. I cannot be here to protect you.
Fine. I'll let it rest. I'm not even sure this whole toothbrush thing is even
Well,
gonna
then
work.
just drop it. Now. And stay away from Marshall once and for all.
Okay, I hate it when you're mad at me.
Listen, I gotta get to the office. I really hate starting my day like this.
I know. Hello? Walker. Hi. So is the toothbrush what we needed? Great. Great, well, thanks for calling back. Let me know when you get the results.
Oh, Henry is just starting another scam of his, and he's bound to get in trouble. I'm just so sick of it. I'm sure that's what you picked up on.
Whatever, that's his problem. You're not gonna be in town much longer anyway.
I'm not.
Oh, our trip to Australia is all set. I have our itinerary right here. If you want to take a look at it.
No, I don't think that'll be necessary. Mike, actually, I was thinking of changing some things.
Okay, like what?
Leaving you home.
Okay, I will ask my mother if you can stay with us for a little while. But even if she says yes, I'm not sure you should be running away from home in the first place.
You mean Rick could be a normal guy? A little weird, but nothing to worry about?
I mean, it is possible, Allison. We haven't found any proof that he's done anything wrong.
The guy has been creeping me out for months, and he only seems to be getting worse. If I can't stay with your mom, then I'll just have to find someplace else to stay, even if it's staying in a park bench somewhere. But I'm not staying with Dr. Decker the Demented.
What did you just call my husband?
In there, Mr. Starr. This is the Oakdale Police.
On the next, As the World Turns. Why didn't you say anything to Paul? 1 minute he's reaching out to me, and another minute he's pushing me away. Maybe he's just confused. Is that why you laid a big kiss on me at the Lakeview Lounge?
If you still love Rose, why pretend you don't?
Can't trust her at all.
So you told her you love her?
No.
Why not?